Time is the one commodity you don't get back. So the question is, are you really making an investment of your time? Hi, I'm Martin Sharp, and yeah, time is just one of those kind of interesting things. We all never have enough time, no matter what happens, no matter how much goes on in life. So when it really comes down to investing your own time in your own health and fitness, are you really making the most out of that time, or are you just going through the motions? You see, the thing is, I come across so many people that when they're coming to do a gym session where they're going to do some form of exercise, etc., they just want to do the time period that's there. If they're going to go to the gym, they're going to go for an hour, or they're just going to go through the motions of it. Just going to move the weight. They're just going to kind of do those things. Then you get other people that are really willing, they're really trying the hardest. So I think, actually, I want to make the most out of this, but they're kind of failing because they're going to miss some of those key and critical points when it comes down to how to move your body, make sure you're doing it right. And one of the biggest ones is actually making sure that we're moving with purpose. That every single movement we have, there is a return for it. So, for example, there is kind of three kind of key parts every time you're moving your muscle. You've got the constriction phase, when you actually bring your muscle together, the isometric hold phase at the top, and then you've got the eccentric phase, when you bring it down. Now, the thing is, you can do this on every single exercise, every single time you're moving a muscle. You can think about these three kind of elements of it, and you maximise your return on investment because you're still moving in exactly the same time period. You're just making more of that. And today we're going to be utilising a little bit of this by working on our mind-muscle connectivity, specifically with our lower bodies today, which will be quite good fun, and we'll enjoy trying to work out how we can fire as many of those muscle fibres as we can, because the more muscle fibres that we can actually fire and make work, the more we're going to gain back from the time period that we're investing in making exercise and doing things for our own body. Because it's those muscle fibers we're looking to fire, not moving of the weight. The moving of the weight or moving with any kind of restriction, it is only there as it's like an aid, it's like a secondary piece. But for some reason, some people kind of get to the point where they think that the moving of the weight is the principal item, and not necessarily the secondary item that you need to look at. So today we're going to be looking specifically, as I say, at our lower body. So we're going to be doing Lower Body Tuesday. I'm working with, again, some of those kind of key muscles around our lower body. So it's like we really work on our mind-muscle connection with those key muscles. If you'd like to join in the Zoom room and join as part of the conversation, or even if you've got some questions to ask, then you just drop it into the Facebook group, which is the SharpFit Virtual Workout Classes. We'd love to see you there. Until then, let's get ourselves dropped over to the Zoom room and see who we've got available this morning. So click on that, into Zoom. Good morning, Jason.
Hey everyone. Hello.
Easy into these days now where I do with the Facebook group, but nice. It's nice that you guys are starting to get used to it as well. I know Frank was using it the other day, and he couldn't make it online. So hopefully we'll get more and more use of it. Did you have a good day yesterday?
Yeah. Pretty quiet, but yeah, not bad. Halfway crazy. I had a very busy weekend for our photos. So
how'd that go?
And I might use it in the recordings because I'm gonna be in the States for a few weeks for Thanksgiving and stuff off the timing. So
Oh, fantastic!
Is that on the Facebook group every day you post it? I don't see it.
It's in the YouTube channel. So yes, I'll stick the link in the what's it called, in the chat window.
Okay.
I will do if I can find my mouse cursor. What's that all about? Into there. Actually, it'd probably be a good one to stick into the Facebook group, if you want to, won't it? So we've got the channel link in there. That's a very good idea. All right, so come back over to here into chat. Paste that there. Control V. So there you go. Okay. Right. And how was the Paris Photo Expo?
It was pretty good. It's quite busy.
Yeah. Good. Make some good contacts. Any new interesting gadgets and gizmos? Or
Yeah, a few contacts. Yeah, there's always photo people that come in. Some who I knew, some who I met new. Some I knew already, some I met new. It's a crazy commercial fair. So it's like a lot of photos.
And Mark,
Good morning.
do you have a good day yesterday as well?
Say again, sorry?
Do you have a good day yesterday as well?
Yeah, I did. I had a day off yesterday, which was nice.
Very nice.
Some personal stuff. It's good.
Yeah. Right, let's crack on then with this morning. So we're just going to warm up, and then we're going to do pretty much the same as what I did yesterday. But we're going to work on our legs. So some mind muscle connection work on our legs. So just jogging on the spot, just going to raise our heart rate. Okay. And then some jumping jacks, some star jumps. Again, so we just get those big joints moving, get that synovial fluid flowing. So if you're not too good with jumping jacks, then just do something that just gets you moving. And into some jogging on the spot again. And we'll count that down. Okay, so we're going to continue on looking at the different muscle groups and how they're all working. So the first one we're going to look at is the hamstrings. So we're going to do some hamstring kickbacks. So get ourselves into a nice position on the bent over on a bench. Let's put one of our hands onto our hamstring. So that's that muscle that runs down the back of your leg, back at the top of your leg. As we bring out, and feel that compression. Feel how that squeezes together. Feel how the shape changes. And then as we push the leg out, feel how it elongates, gets flatter against the bone. And as we bring it back, how it bunches back up again into almost like a ball, and then push back out. But as we bring it back in, feel that squeeze when you get to that top end. See how many of those fibers you can get to pull together. Really connect to that muscle with your mind. And push it back out again. So we'll do that to start off with for your hamstrings. Then we're going to move into some squats. So we're just going to do bodyweight squats, feet facing forward, roughly shoulder width apart. I want us to put our hands just on our thighs, the top of our legs. And what we're going to do is as we go down, I want you to feel the shape change. So as we're going down, feel that stretch in your legs there. They should start to pick out the different parts of your quads. And as you push up, really squeeze them together at the top. So again, feel that kind of bunching up of them. And as you come back down, again, feel that shape change. So it's just otherwise, other than putting your hands so your fingertips are on your quads, same movement. So going all the way down into that 90-degree position as if you sat down, and then pushing all the way back up again. Yeah, as you get to the top, make sure you completely squeeze those quads. So I'm going to do that one to get those quads moving. We're also going to do some step ups. On many parts of our body to do those. So up. But be conscious of that squeeze of your quads. Conscious of that squeeze in your glutes. And then from there, we'll do some glute kickbacks. But this time, I'm going to do them. I'm going to hold on to the glute that we're going to be utilizing. So as we're feeling it, raise the leg, feel the squeeze in your glutes. So again, utilizing your fingertips, explore how that changes, how the feeling changes down the side of your hip, how it changes up behind you. You feel it kind of bunching up of that gluteus muscles. And as you bring it back down, and gently how it rechanges shape, how it kind of gets to stretching over your pelvic girdle. And the same on the way back. On the other side, again, feel it as you're moving up, how it changes out its shape as it brings it back down. And really connect with us. You can feel the nice squeeze as you bring your leg up. Okay, so we're just going to concentrate on those 4. Keep again, when we're doing it with our hands on the muscles, we're going to keep our concentration on those muscles all the time. Okay, any questions?
No, it's straightforward.
Right. So hamstring kick back. So get ourselves in this position, nice neutral spine. Hold on to our hamstrings. Bring our leg up so you should automatically feel the hamstrings change shape. We'll start 10 on this side in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, on to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And on to our squats. So again, putting our hands just where our glutes are. As we're doing this, just explore different parts of them so you can feel the different muscle fibers as they're kind of firing. I'm going to start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next some step ups. So I can concentrate just on the feeling now inside them. Don't need to hold on to them. If you do need to hold on to something for balance, then do so. We're going to do 10 in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, so now we're going to glute kickbacks. Put your hand on your glute. Again, try and spread your fingers quite wide so you can feel the change in the muscle across as much of your glutes as you can. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift onto your other leg, onto your other glute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Take a break, have a drink. How was that? Any kind of observations, thoughts?
For the squats, it felt like I think I did the squats slightly differently when I normally do them.
Okay.
Because normally I let my hands up here with weights, and when they're here, I found myself less imbalanced, and I didn't feel like I worked it as much.
Mm-hmm.
Or work different parts. I was expecting to feel on the top of my quads, but I felt like on the sides and the back a little bit more.
Hamstrings. So you probably feel hamstring stretching as you're going back up. Was that the kind of feeling you're thinking of? Or?
I'll think about it next time, but it felt not. I didn't feel like the muscles were working that I thought would be.
Interesting. Your quads do spread out though across all along the top of your head. There's various different parts of this. So when you are feeling them, do try and just move your hands around a little bit, because what you will find is certainly as you're coming back up, if you're going down, you should feel all the different kind of parts of the quads there, and as you're kind of pushing back up, you will feel that different parts of it will be firing at different stages as you're going through that motion. And when you get to the top, really give them a squeeze.
No, it's going down when I feel, not my quads, like in between, like very back of my knees.
Yeah, that's your hamstrings.
Yeah, and then it's coming back was a little bit of that quad. Yeah. I think it's where I sit when I go back, like further back my butt goes, I guess, versus kind of down. I don't know.
Yeah. So we're not pushing our knees forwards in that kind of respect.
Okay.
We are kind of pushing our backside backwards when we're going into the squat.
Yeah.
And back up. So again, just imagine you've still got this imaginary weight over the top of your chest. So that's still going up and down kind of movement. Cool. It's interesting though, because we're starting to observe these things, and it's just a different way of thinking and actually knowing how these are moving inside your own body. So it's not often you kind of say, okay, well, how's it actually working in my body? How's my body actually responding? So it's nice just taking a few minutes out and hopefully reflecting on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Martin, you know also I'm observing. I'm observing it's time for the second set.
Absolutely. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'd also noticed that I had forgotten to put the timer on as well that time. Right, so into hamstring kickbacks, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. So hold on to our hamstrings. We're going to do it for 12 this time. I really want you to see how many of those muscle fibers you can fire. So as you bring in the hamstring into that position, I want you to squeeze that hamstring muscle. Try and get your ankle as close to your bottom as you can. We're going to start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. So really squeeze. Feel that shape change. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And onto the leg. And 1. Again, really squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Should be 12 now.
It should be 12. 11, 12. Thank you, Mark. Okay, into our squats. So feet, shoulders apart, hold on to our quads. And again, really go down, let your quads really stretch out, and then really squeeze them when you get to the top. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. Nice stretch. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now we're just going on to some normal step ups, just for a bit of exercise. But again, carry forwards what we've just been looking at. So feel the squeeze in your hamstrings as you're raising your leg. Feel the squeeze in your quads as you're kind of powering your body upwards and pushing the step away. And then feel that squeeze in your glutes as you stop at the top. So concentrate on those 3 different muscles. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Okay, now it's our last exercise of this set. It's glute kickbacks. So again, put your hand, really spread your fingers across your glutes so you can feel that squeeze. Again, really want you to squeeze. So when you get the leg over to the top, just really squeeze your glutes where you feel like you can't move your leg any further. I'm going to start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch legs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, grab a drink. This time I'm going to remember to put the time. All right. How about that? Any kind of feelings or thoughts as you were trying to then squeeze that muscle at that kind of pinnacle? The way that it felt, the way that it kind of shape changed.
I think the one I struggle with, it's not that I struggle with it, it's just feeling that I'm doing it right. It's the glute back actually. I just I quite often feel my opposite leg.
Yeah.
When I'm stretching, I suddenly become aware of the hamstring on my opposite leg, which takes my focus, and then I think, oh, I'm not focusing on that, so maybe I'm doing it right. I don't know.
It is interesting. It's one of those muscles that we don't really think about. You don't think about when you sit down how you're utilising, or when you're standing up, or when you're walking, etc. Because it's just, you'll think potentially about your quads and your hamstrings and stuff consciously, but not really thinking about how your glute works. But the glute has a big piece to play in your locomotion when you're walking. So, you are still utilising that kind of space all the way through it. So you will feel it in your hamstrings. You will have that kind of same sensation in your quads. But trying to bring your mind specifically to that muscle group.
I think that's it.
Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? And it's nice to see those kind of observations coming in. Did you start to feel things like, for example, when you had your hand over your glutes, the actual shape change? So as you went from being sort of stood upright, it's kind of all the way around with things. Actually, when you had it like nice and you were squeezing, it kind of comes almost more rigid and more defined. You have more like almost like a side to it. Did you feel that?
I just want to squeeze it at the end when you said squeeze it, and that made a difference. I wasn't squeezing, I was just swinging my leg, and then you said squeeze, and I'm like, okay, now I kind of feel something a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. So as you get to the top, definitely give it that kind of squeeze, so it's less of a swing. And remember, with all these moves, we're not looking for swinging back. We're always looking at moving with fighting against gravity. So it's always bringing it back and allowing your body to fight against that. So you'll get the same benefit then on the way back down. Because we always talk about the kind of three stages of your muscles working. You've got that concentric phase where you're squeezing it, and then you've got that top piece, which is your isometric hold, where you feel that squeeze at the top, where you can't move any further, but you can hold that muscle in that kind of constricted position. And then you've got the eccentric phase, where you're letting it go back down. So if you just let it swing back down, you're missing a third of the exercise. You can still utilise that as a way of being able to build muscle. And in fact, when you do some exercises, it's actually better to start off with the eccentric phase. Like, for example, doing pull-ups. Pull-ups is one that a lot of people struggle with, being able to do that pull motion. But actually, if you get a box and you stand on a box and you hold onto it and come off the box and gently lower yourself back down, what you'll find is you'll actually start to work your lat muscles first and build those up so they're ready to then pull you up. So definitely don't miss out on that eccentric phase.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't miss out on 7 3.
Definitely not missing out on 7 3. You guys are on the ball today, loving it. This time, what I want us to do is, as we're going through, not only going to hold the muscle group, I would like us to keep our eyes closed as well. Really focus purely on that muscle. So feel the sensation of the muscle moving beneath your fingertips. Also try and connect with that muscle and feel the muscle in your mind and how it actually works. It's that's a sixth sense effect that you have, because you should know where all your muscles and your body is in space and time at any point in time.
Not eye closed during the step ups I mentioned.
No eye closes in the step ups. That might be a bit of a health hazard, that one. Good call. Right, into hamstring kickbacks. So again, same thing again. Hold on to the hamstring. Keep our eyes closed. As we get to the piece that's nearest to your chest, really squeeze in a little bit more. And I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, squeeze, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Switch legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Bring ourselves forward. We're going to go 12 squats. Again, that's when we're going to keep our eyes closed again. Just feel those quads moving between around your fingers. Really see if you can feel those different heads of the quads as we're kind of moving down and then back up. Feel them stretch as you go down. Feel them contract as you squeeze them together to pull yourself back up. And we'll start these in 3, or push yourself back up, sorry. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. All the way down, feel that stretch. And squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. There we are. Going to open our eyes. Keep our eyes open throughout this one as we do 12 step-ups. Concentrate on those squeezes as well. So squeeze your hamstring to raise your leg. Squeeze your quads to push the step away. Squeezing your glutes to stop you at the top. And be conscious of each one of those. Try and fire off as many muscle fibers as you can. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Okay, so we're going to move to our last and final exercise of this morning into glute kickbacks. Again, keeping our eyes closed. Try and get this with your hand. Again, spread your fingers out so they go across the back of your glutes. Try and put your thumb down the side of your leg. You just feel the difference in the shape of your muscle as you start to pull your leg up. Squeeze it at the top and then gently lower it back to the ground, fighting against gravity. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Onto the other leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, grab yourself a drink. That's the end of the lower body session. Hopefully, though, you guys have got kind of a better feeling of how those kind of muscles are working in your own bodies, and can kind of take those shape changes as they're happening into your own mind. So that as you try and transfer them into other exercises, just remember how that felt and try and then make those same shapes effectively as you're doing the other exercise. So if you're going to do a leg press, it's exactly the same as when you're doing a squat. You're going to feel that stretch down your quads, that power away, that kind of squeezing of the quads at the top, and feel that change in doing a leg press. It's the same again. When you're doing a lunge, exactly the same. So as we're going back, you're going to feel the hamstring come down, you're going to feel the stretch in the quads, and as we're powering back up, you should feel the quads start to compress, and in fact, you can just about see the shape change here on my leg as well. So just remember to try and transfer those kind of bits of knowledge into other exercises so that you can feel it and really like get your mind into like firing as many of those muscle fibers as you can.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Martin.
You're welcome. Right.
And see you tomorrow, yeah?
We'll do core tomorrow. We'll do something similar as well in trying to work on the feeling of how those muscles are moving underneath our skin.
One question for you on technique, which I think I teased a little bit, which is with the
I've got to shoot, guys, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, Mike.
With the hamstring kickbacks and the glute kickbacks, I have traditionally just doing them standing up like this. But I noticed that sometimes you lean like maybe 45 degrees down when you use the stool. And so I tried doing the leaning thing either with, I usually use shelves, I go one shelf down, or I tried the step up thing. It was much more difficult.
Cool.
Because I actually found myself, especially with my eyes closed, holding it, I lost balance a little bit.
Yeah.
So that got in the way of, I mean, I felt the movement, especially the glutes, but it got in the way of some stuff.
Brilliant. No, that's a fantastic couple of observations there, and you've hit on 2 or 3 different things. So first of all, yeah, the position of your body. So when you kind of move over slightly, then you are giving yourself better chance of being able to squeeze that and then move it back out.
Yeah.
And the same, for example, when you're doing the glute kickbacks, you've given yourself more range of motion to bring the leg higher. Whereas when you stood up and you try doing glute kickbacks, you don't have a large range of motion.
I don't think I felt as much yet.
Yeah. So bending over slightly is going to increase that capability of your body, which means you're going to use more of that muscle in that time period. Plus, when we are bent over, some of us don't have the greatest of balance, so just holding on to something is always a good idea. When we close our eyes, though, there's kind of 3 senses that our body uses to keep balance. We've got kind of the thing in the ears, we use our eyes a fair bit, and we also utilize that abilities for our body to know where our body is in space and time at any point in time. So without even thinking, when you're squeezing a muscle, it's just instinctive. So I know I've got my arm squeezed and it's in this kind of position. When you close your eyes, you remove one of those senses, so your body then has to try and compensate, and that's why you become slightly more off balance. So you've not got all that kind of input. But it's great in the fact that if you've got hold of something, you can keep balance, then you can continue to do that motion. You'll also find you'll get more secondary muscles are starting to come to bear, just simply by the fact that the body is trying to compensate for the fact it can't see. It's a bit like why do you stumble around in the dark? It's a similar kind of thing, because you've lost that sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think as you continue to talk to us, I think it's good that that's a good example, because no one actually ever told me, hey, if you lean down a little bit, you'll have more range of motion with the kick and all these things. You should, I think you should, not always, but in certain times, offer 2 degrees of difficulty. Like you can start your guys, but if you want to make it harder, do this. And like I want to challenge myself there, because that's a big difference, especially what you said when you're standing up. I can only get my legs so far, but when I'm down, it goes up a little bit more. Although it tends to curve back, not go straight out. It kind of does this instead of this.
Yeah. And again, just remember, some of that's going to be your body mechanics as well. But yeah, definitely, we'll definitely try and make sure we've got progressions in each of the exercises.
Good stuff.
Nicely done. Right, when you're off to the States, when you say flying out?
Friday. I'll work out on Friday morning with you if I can.
Yeah.
And then Friday afternoon we leave, so I'm gone for a good 2.5 weeks. So, there is going to be a little gym where my parents' house is. I can utilize that, and but it's definitely Thanksgiving, which is always a challenge eating. But some rest and some that sort of thing. But I'm gonna try to keep the regime through because it's so busy. It's going to be busy fall and winter.
Perfect. And then just remember, when you things like, for example, the turkey, if you have a traditional turkey meal with the green vegetables and stuff, have as much of that as you probably want, we're going okay. I think it's just be mindful of things like the potatoes, etc. So
the stuffing and the cake. We have stuffing, which is like breadcrumbs with but it's the same idea.
Definitely. On Friday, we're not around on Friday, so this week it's only Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Friday.
Okay.
So there's no session Thursday, Friday this week. So that gives you a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Martin wants to see you tomorrow.
Yes, it's Wednesday tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's just Thursday, Friday this week. We're not around.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you in the morning.
All right. Cheers.
All right, bye for now. And that's the same with you guys. I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome day ahead. I hope you just have everything go ahead the way that you need to have it to go ahead. But I'd also like you to take that time today to really feel the muscles as you're kind of using. As you're just kind of walking around, which muscles are you kind of using? How's that kind of working for you? Be mindful, effectively, can you actually make it so that you're utilizing all three motions of the muscles to make the most out of it if you are actively exercising? As I said before, we'd love to have you here in the Zoom room. So again, the link details are below. SharpFit Virtual Workout Classes. We answer all sorts of different questions and things, and we're a really nice bunch of people. I hope you're starting to recognise that now. And we would love to be able to invite you in and be part of our conversation on the morning. Otherwise, you're always welcome to join us in the recordings. I do hope you like, subscribe, get the little bell thing going so that you know that there's a new episode available to you, and that most of all, you do find this useful in being able to improve your health, your happiness, and make sure you're even more higher achieving as you go further on. So without further ado, have an absolutely super day ahead, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.